Hi everybody and welcome back. My name is Triston from SEO.ninja, and today we're starting a tutorial series that I've been really excited about. We've been working on this for a long time and we finally get to start putting the pieces together. So we are starting a Wix tutorial, and specifically what we're doing is we're going to be taking this website, which has been around for a little while now, and we are going to redesign it. We're going to optimize it. We're going to connect it to a whole bunch of different things. We're going to do things like setting up their products on Amazon and working with influencers and YouTube marketing and the whole 9 yards. Pretty much everything I know how to do, we're going to do in this tutorial. And so the first thing we need to do is we're actually going to start off by looking at the optimization that's currently been done to the site, what kind of keywords it's already ranking for, so that way we have a plan of what kind of keywords we want to target in the future, and also gives us an idea of some other keywords that we can look at. So lots of keywords here. Now, if this is your first time visiting us, then I do want to let you know I tend to go over these things kind of quickly, just because this is the way I talk, and then also because there's a lot of material to cover. So if I'm going too fast, there are speed control options on YouTube, so you can actually slow the video down a little bit, or if I'm not going fast enough, you can actually speed it up. But I'm going to try and keep these tutorials under 10 minutes, just so that we can focus on one thing and do it well. So that being said, this is the website we're going to be working on. This is loadingcrewcrafts.com. This was built in Wix, and they sell some cool stuff like stickers and prints and buttons and charms, and I really like the squid plushies. So that's like these guys right over here. Those are really cool. So this is the site we're going to be working with, and not really a lot has been done to it as far as optimization goes. So that's what we're going to look at today. Now, there are a few different tools that you can use to do this, and I'm going to show you guys some of the free or at least less expensive tools that are out there. But to get started, if you guys want to do this for real, then you're probably going to want to get this right here. This is Ahrefs. I actually love this tool, but my coupon that I was using expired, and I don't want to start spending $180 a month on this until I need it. So waste not, want not, right? But if you guys are doing agency work or anything like that, this is probably a tool you're going to want. It's really good, and it basically does everything that we're about to do, but a lot faster. So that being said, let's go into the slow part. First thing we're going to want to look at is Google Adwords. Now, Google Adwords has a keyword planner tool, which is really helpful. And what we want to do is we want to see what kind of keywords Google thinks this website should rank for. And we can do that. Let's close Ahrefs over here. And we can do that by using the keyword planner. So the way we do this is we go to the planner tool and we select this top option, search for new keywords using a phrase, website, or category. We're going to click on that. And then what we're going to do is we're going to put the website URL right here where it says your landing page. And what this will do is it will scan the site, or at least the page, and it will look and see what kind of keywords are on there. So we're going to do that. You do have some other options here as far as targeting or negative keywords and stuff like that, but we don't need to do anything with that, so that's just fine. We're going to click on Get Ideas. And in just a second, oh no, we have nothing. Kind of thought this might happen, but I didn't think it would. So this site is currently ranking for nothing. YouTube or Google has no idea what it's about, and that's the reason that it's probably not going to show up over here. Before we get too far into this, we're going to do a quick check. I want to see if the site's been indexed, and you can do that by typing in site, and then the website URL, but everything after the www dot. So in this case, it's going to be site, loadingcrewcrafts.com, no space. Hit enter. Okay. And so what this will do is it will just pull up that one website in the searches, so we can see how many pages are actually indexed or how many pages are actually in Google right now. And we can see that there are 34 of them. Well, 33 because the top one's going to be Google. And so we don't see the home page. That is interesting. So let's try this. We're going to come back over here and we're going to type in /store. Because what this means is that the home page hasn't been indexed, which is interesting. Now, granted, there's not a lot of content on the home page, just some buttons and an email list. So that's interesting. That's something we're going to have to fix right away. All right, so this didn't really bring us any results. Let me show you some other things real quick then, and then we'll get back into this. Another option is if you have access to the Google Webmaster tools. If you go to the Search Console, then what you want to do is you want to come over here to where it says Search Traffic, and then Search Analytics. And then we want to turn on position, and we don't really care about clicks. And what this will do is it will show us where a website is ranking in Google. It's a really neat tool. It doesn't show all the keywords, but it does show a few of them. So we can see car wash near me. It says that it's number 1. It's looking specifically for this general area. So we're ranking pretty good for some of those keywords. Legendary automotive, we're number 98. Utah car detailing, we're number 66, and so on. So we got the keywords that we really want because these are the ones that are bringing traffic to the site, but just something to keep in mind. Really cool stuff. So this is another tool and it's free. It does take some time for the information to populate, so keep that in mind. This is another neat tool. This is called SEMrush, and you can do the same thing over here. So we're going to type in, actually we can just go like this. Loading crew crafts, and we can see what they're ranking for. Alright, so that's not showing anything. We're going to go like this. And it says that we are ranking for a couple of keywords over here, but not very high and not very well. And so we can click on this and see what the highest position ones are. So it says that the thing we're ranking the highest for is Electros Pokemon, Kaito Pillow, Canada Button, and those are all on page. These two are on page 3. These two are on page 4 and 5. So that's interesting. We don't see anything with a ton of traffic on here. This one gets 90 searches. This one gets 70. So I mean, those are some interesting keywords that we could go after, but those are some things that we'll need to take a look at. Now, there's another tool over here that we can use that's going to be very helpful, and this is Majestic. And what this does is it will show us the backlinks that a website has. And so what this will do is it'll let us see who's linking to the site right now, what our anchor text looks like, and again, we'll be diving more into what these things mean specifically in the future, but I just wanted to show you this real quick. So what this tool does is it looks at the site, it looks at those backlinks, and it kind of gives you an idea of how strong the site is. So we can come over here, we can see, okay, these are the anchor texts that we're looking at. We can see what backlinks they have. So bitrebels.com and GlassCityCon and IndiePop.com. So they have some pretty good backlinks over here. I mean, it's alright to start out with. And so we do have a site that is relatively strong, it just isn't very well optimized. So that's something important to keep in mind. So the next step is that we would want to start tracking these keywords. So once we have an idea of what the site's actually ranking for, like we can see over here. And there are a few different ways to do this. Now, the simplest, cheapest way, but probably the most frustrating, is just to open up an Excel sheet or Google Excel sheet and type in the keyword over here and then the date and then like search traffic, whatever information you want, and then write down, okay, here's this date and here's where it's ranking. And then go through and you do a search using the incognito mode. Another option is to use Serp Lab. Now, Serp Lab does have a free version up to, I forget how many keywords, and then it also has a paid version, and it's $5 for every 600 keywords or something like that. So pretty inexpensive. And so what this will do is it will show you the keyword. It'll show you if it's gone up or down. It will show you its current ranking, its best ranking, and its first ranking. And then it'll show you the traffic and then the actual URL. So over here, for example, where it says NA is first, means that we weren't ranking for this keyword at all, and it's not showing any search traffic, which just means there's less than 9 searches a month. So we have Proveedores de Hosting Argentina. We've moved up 1 spot. We are currently number 34 for this. Our best score was number 29. Initially, when we first turned on tracking, we weren't ranking for the keyword at all, and it gets 50 searches internationally, so per month, which is pretty good. This is an affiliate site that we want to put together to sell HostGator, which is pretty neat. So Mejor Hosting Mexico, Best Hosting in Mexico, moved up to, we're currently number 61. That is the best score so far, and we started out at number 257. There's 320 searches a month, and the domain. So that's how that works. This is pretty cool. Like I said, this one does have a free version. I'm also moving over to this tool, which is another one that I really like, and this is called Serp Watcher. This is by the company that makes Keyword Finder, and so if you guys are familiar with that software, and if you like it, try these guys out. So we are going to, whoops, that's not what you want. This is going to go over here. We're going to grab this, put that over here, and start tracking. All right, now we load. And this is going to take a couple of days to process, to go through and scan everything. So we're not going to see anything right now. But this is a very, very neat tool. So you can put in all your keywords over here. If you want to add more keywords, you click this button right here. And there you go. And what's neat about this, one of my favorite things, is that if you're working with Keyword Finder, you can create keyword lists that you're interested in, and then you can just import those lists right into here. So if you just go boop, and there they go. So that's really neat. And then what this will do is it will show you its current ranking for today, if it's gone up, if it's gone down, the average, the best, and search traffic. So this is this particular keyword gets 880 searches a month, which is pretty cool. And then once this is done, we'll be able to see, how the site's evolved and how our rankings have improved. So this will show you all the ones that have gone up, all the keywords that have gone down, your biggest changes, both positive and negative, and this will also show you how many searches it thinks the site is getting per month. And then also some keyword distribution. So again, pretty handy. Now if you're doing this for a client, the next thing you'll probably want to do is you want to put all this information into some sort of format where the end user, where your client can actually read and understand all of this stuff. And so to do that, what I personally like to do is I will create, like I said, a Google spreadsheet. And then what you do is you paste in your keyword. So we could say like keyword, traffic, difficulty. If you guys think it's hard typing in front of other people, imagine trying to type in front of thousands of people on the internet. Apparently I have a train outside my house. Cost, something like that. Then you would paste your keyword right here, so we know that's going to be Electros Pokemon. Said there were 880 searches a month. Let's say that's a 50, and let's say the cost per click is going to be $1. All right, something like that. So you can send this to your client as is, but what's really cool is you can take all this information and you can put it into Google Data Studios, and you can create something like this. So this is a keyword report that I put together for another side project that I'm working on. And so what this does is it takes all of this information and just puts it into a kind of an easier to read format. So you can look at this and you can say, okay, the keyword Destiny gets a lot more traffic than any of these other ones. But you can see Destiny 2 gets 90,000 searches a month, and all this information is updated and it comes directly from a Google sheet like this. So for example, if you want to see what the easiest keyword is, then we just click on difficulty, and that would be Destiny 2 gameplay. It has a difficulty score of 25, which is pretty easy. Same thing for Destiny 3 and Destiny 2 updates, and Destiny 2 news is also pretty good. So lots of good traffic over here. And then this part over here is just for YouTube stuff, so if you're interested in YouTube, you can do that as well. But that's the pre-show. Like I said, we want to see what the site's already ranking for. We want to see what kind of state it's in. We want to see if it's all been indexed. We want to see what kind of backlinks they have. And then what we do from here is we take that information and we form our plan as far as what keywords we're going to be targeting in the future. So again, we didn't really have anything pull up for this particular site. I think it's just because it hasn't been very well optimized quite yet, which is normal. I mean, it's not a big deal. That happens to the majority of sites. So, we're not talking bad about the owner of the site or anything. It's just something that we need to take care of. And they're actually still making money from this, so that's pretty cool. So what we would do next is we'll probably come back over here into the keyword planner. We'll do some searches for some related keywords, see what we can find. We'll probably also use our favorite tool in the world, which is Keyword Finder, which does some very similar things. So we can look at squid plushies. And then we can go through here and we can look and see what kind of keywords are available. So like, this is a pretty good keyword. That's something we definitely want to be tracking and to try and target, because this is exactly what they're selling. 720 searches a month, and it's easy. So that's the next step. So in the next video, what we're going to do is we're going to look at keyword research, and we're going to find bigger lists of keywords that we want to target so that we can drive traffic to the site. Now those keywords, we're not just going to be looking at SEO, we're also going to be looking at things like paid traffic, and we're also going to be looking at things like YouTube traffic, just so we can bring as many people as possible to the site, so that way they can sell as many products as possible. So that's the plan, and we'll be back again next week with that video. So until then, my name is Triston from SEO.ninja, and again, the site we're working on is loadingcrewcrafts.com. Have yourselves an excellent day, and I will see you then.